Known for their innovation and developments in making smaller, faster, and more efficient technologies, Intel gave us the opportunity to take a look at some of their products that are in development or that are already available in the consumer market at their Tech Heaven event. Here are some of the highlights I think you'll like.
My name's Sean Kale. I am a technology evangelist for Intel Labs, and today what I'm showing is examples of what we call 3D content creation for amateurs. You know, people know how to write blogs and edit videos, but not everyone knows how to create a 3D model. What we're working on is technology that uses regular photography, basically taking regular photos or videos from different angles and then creating a three-dimensional model from those two-dimensional photos automatically. You can see the point cloud. This is basically all the 3D points that it's inferred from looking at all the 2D images. And now we've mapped a texture onto it, and then you can see that it's actually a fairly detailed version of this statue that looks very realistic.
Well, the aim of Dispute Finder is you want to let you know automatically when information that you encounter in your life is disputed by another source you might trust, when there's another point of view.
Okay, so obviously that probably happens very often. How does it tell what's happening or how something is disputed?
Our main goal is to have a mobile device where you've got the microphone here in your pocket, listen to all the conversations around you, listen to hear if anyone says something disputed and buzzes if someone does. And the way you work out what statements are disputed is that we search the web for phrases like falsely claimed that X, or misleadingly stated that X, or wrongly believed that X. So we filter those statements as X statements to work out which ones are unambiguous and well-formed, and by sources you might trust.
How did you get the idea for this?
I think I was kind of inspired by the political situation at the time. Like, it was become clear there's a lot of misinformation and biased information floating around, and you've got to have some way of wading through that.
I'm presenting a project called Sense, which is looking at future mobile experiences. So taking some of the research that's being shown elsewhere in the demos, particularly looking at contextual knowledge, like what can your device know about you and the world around you and what you're doing. And then we thought, how might that be shared with other people? So in this case, we're looking at, how you could be reflected as an avatar on your device. So we can see that, this person is actually my colleague Kieran, one of the principal designers on the project, and he's currently running down the street clutching his iPhone. People were very worried about privacy, because as soon as you sort of say, oh, it could automatically update your Facebook status, for instance, people are like, oh, I don't know, should it? But actually people are most worried about being boring. They're less worried about, my privacy, and more worried about, will people see what a boring daily life I have?
It may be one day that you don't need to memorize any kinds of facts because they're instantly available with the power of your thoughts from the global network. And it's more creative things that you then need to do. How to put that information together into new patterns, for example, that becomes the real required skills that our kids need to learn in school. So what we're trying to demonstrate here is mind reading technology. So the general scenario is I put you into the brain scanner and ask you to think of a variety of different objects. Collect data while you're thinking about them, and then later, or while you're in the scanner, ask you to think of two different objects. Say, airplane and celery. Don't tell me which one you're thinking about. I can tell with about 90% accuracy which of those two words you were thinking about. We actually train the system to recognize the features of the word or object you're thinking about. So if this part of your brain lights up, it means it's an object you can pick up. If this part lights up, it means it's a scary object. And so we can go from those sort of set of features about the object you're thinking about to what the most likely word is that you're thinking at the moment.
I think I'm the most excited for the 3D scanning software and computing power. It'll be interesting to see how soon the processors will become fast and small enough to run in a consumer laptop, and what kind of creations come out of that program. What looked the most interesting to you? Let me know in the comments or send an email to rbtech@rocketboom.com. I'm Ellie Rountree, and this has been Rocketboom Tech.